Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. If you have seen a few videos and you like what you see, and especially after hearing this video out, please subscribe to my channel and hit that little like button because it's all about algorithms here on YouTube. So for me to be able to continue, I need those likes. So today I want to talk about when your man or your spouse, your significant other, does not trust you. First, and you probably already know this, it has nothing to do with you. He has a background, or he has some trauma or some drama or some situation happening for him. He's had some situations happening to him in the past, with previous girlfriends, maybe even a family matter where his trust is not that good. And then he can find little things that makes you to look like the bad guy. He's holding on to something from his past that now becomes a part of your relationship. So maybe he starts accusing you. He might be jealous. He might be insecure. He might want to control you. He might want to, look through your phone and all that kind of stuff. In the beginning, it might be easy, yeah, sure, why not? You can look at this, you can look at that. I mean, I don't have anything to hide. But eventually it's gonna be, you still need to maintain those two individuals that you are to come together to make a great couple. You need to have your privacy and you need to have your own space. That's just the way that it is. Otherwise you'll get too intertwined. It'll become very conditional. He can only trust you, so to speak, if you do this and this and that, which means that you might have to change your behavior, you might have to change the way you act, you might have to change or even chip off or leave behind a little part or maybe a big part of your personality. That's a big no. It's never gonna work, which is what leads me to point number 2. You can never make him trust you. He needs to understand that he needs to come from a place where he needs to take that leap of faith and trust with uncertainty and with not knowing, because that's what the rest of us do, right? We trust. Trust can really only be tried when we don't know, right? Just like faith, it's easy to have faith when everything, is a smooth ride. Our faith and our trust are really getting challenged when everything is not going so smooth. So he needs to overcome that within himself. You can only jump through so many hoops. Even if you jump through millions of hoops, never dressing up, going out, never showing cleavage, never talking to other guys, never stay out late on after work, always checking in, always telling him where you are. That will not make him trust you. It'll make both of you conditioned to that this is what he needs to feel secure in his relationship. But obviously it does not lead to trust, because it just leads to a condition and a behavior that you both need to keep up with. Otherwise, he's not trusting you. Because what if you one day forgot, or what if something happened to you, or the distrust would immediately kick in. So he needs to recognize that he needs to trust you. You cannot do it for him. Obviously there are many ways to do it. Like, you can sit down and you can have a conversation and you can tell him, say how it is, stay in your own lane, obviously not being like, you just need to get your together and you need to do this and I can't do it for you. But just make it clear that you cannot change who you are and change that behavior. Of course you want to help him in some sense, but he needs to do the hard work. He needs to do the work, because otherwise it's never going to work. Again, his behavior says everything about him, nothing about you. And even if in the beginning he might have been, pointing a little fingers because it's so easy to blame the other person. You did this and then that made me feel like that, or, however things have gone down between you and him. Know that it's obviously you could have broken his trust. You could have cheated on him or whatever. But then that's a whole It's a different thing. Where obviously you still need to have that conversation, but he still needs to do the hard work. You also need to do some work too, obviously. But this is not the case. If he is not trusting you for no reason, it's all about him, and you can only do so much. That was my words of wisdom for this Saturday. I hope that you have a wonderful weekend. As you can see, I'm sweating. That's why I'm so shiny. But I love it. I love it. I love it. That's why I moved to California in the first place. Please hit the subscribe button if you like what you see. And feel free to comment down below. Find me on Instagram. Find me on Facebook. Give me some feedback if you want to see more or different or less or whatever. Feel free to reach out to me. And until next week, take care of yourself and be kind to people around you, and be kind to yourself.